From time to time we get questions on how to adjust row counters. Sometimes they can get bumped out of alignment, but fortunately for us it's an easy fix, so stick around and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, before we get started you're going to need to gather up a couple of tools. Your first tool is going to be your 1/2" wrench. The second tool is going to be your 4-in-1 screwdriver. Both of these tools came with your machine. Before we get too deep into this, let's take a little bit of a detour and talk for just a second about the 4-in-1 screwdriver. First off, I want to throw out this disclaimer that I'm not trying to talk down to anyone, but a lot of people have never been exposed to a 4-in-1 screwdriver, so they don't really understand exactly what that means. Well, what that means is there's 4 tips for it. So most everyone knows that the large tip, you can pull it out and it's a flathead screwdriver and it's a Phillips head screwdriver. But what some people don't know is that you can actually pull out this entire shaft. And when you pull out the entire shaft, it gives you the other 2 options. So you just got a smaller flathead on this side and then a smaller Phillips on this side. So the smaller Phillips is what we're going to be using today for our adjustment. Alright, now that we've got our tools gathered up, let's go make the adjustments. Okay, so this is not a terrible problem to have. I'm going to walk you through how to fix it real quick. The first thing you might notice with this Speedster is that the counter arm is so far away from the counter arrow that there's no way those 2 can work together to count a stitch for you. So our first adjustment is going to be to the 1/2" nut at the base of the counter. So you're going to loosen that up, and what that's going to do is allow this entire column to pivot over into position. So I've already got mine loose. I'll just show you how it pivots over there. The second adjustment is going to be to the small Phillips screw right here, and that's going to adjust this arm and how this roller relates to the arrow when it comes around. So to get this process started, hold what you've got here, bring your arrow around, and what you want to have happen is your arrow to strike this roller about halfway. So you're going to kind of pivot this and you're going to watch your arm as the arrow strikes your roller about halfway. When it gets to that position, go ahead and lock your base in. And that's your first adjustment done. So your second adjustment is going to be to the Phillips head screw, and you're just going to tighten it up. Now I've tightened this up a little bit high on purpose because I want to show you what you might run into. You may have a problem to where your arrow is coming around and it's actually hitting the arm, but it's not hitting it enough to actually trigger the counter. That's not a big deal. All you got to do is just lower the arm a little bit. So we'll lower that arm. And bring your arrow around again and test it. So you're striking halfway, it's counting the stitch, and it should do it backwards too. Backwards and forwards. And that's really all there is to it. Not too hard. I hope that's helped some of you. Keep in mind that those adjustments will work for the reduced ratio machine, the Speedster, and the Bumblebee. Hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Thank you so much. If there's any subject that you'd like to see a little short 5-minute video on, leave us a note down in the comments section and let us know, and we'll try to make it for you. Hopefully we'll see you again soon, but until then, keep cranking.